Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So tonight we're going to test the XK Detect X380 GPS quad for kind of a nighttime flight with a couple of batteries here. This is the stock battery here. This is a 5400 mAh, and then this is the QRX 350 Pro 6600 mAh. Actually it says 7000 on the battery, but it's advertised as 6600. So this fits in the X380 perfectly. So we're going to give this a try. I haven't tested this yet, so this will be the first time I'm testing this. I'm hoping to get close to 30 minutes with the camera and the gimbal. This is a Sony AS20 action cam and also a G2D gimbal. With the stock battery, I got 21 to 22 minutes with this setup here. Now these are Phantom 3 props. I find it really nice and quiet and smooth with these props since they're so well balanced. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some video, and we're also going to just kind of show you the lights, night flight, and then while we're in the process, go ahead and do a couple like return home tests and also just time this battery to see actually how long it lasts in flight. I'm really anxious to see how long this battery lasts. As you can see, this thing fits in here perfect. There's like just a tiny bit of wiggle room. It's like it was almost designed to actually work with this X380. And when you close it all up, it just fits in there perfectly snug. There's no shifting around, moving around. So really, I think this is going to be the battery for this quad here. I also have a full review on this X380. I'll have a card pop up so you can click on that anytime you want to see the full review. But tonight we're just going to test it, see how it does in a night flight, and then how this new battery does. I'm pretty amazed at how well this battery fits in here. It's just perfectly snug. And if you've seen my initial review video, you'll see how impressed I was with the GPS, how fast it locks in. Really impressed on the GPS on this. Starting the timer. Let's take off. I probably should have calibrated the compass with this new battery, but I'm just not going to calibrate that tonight. Seems like it'll be okay. Okay, so we're timing this, and we're going to see how it does. I'm going to kind of test the barometer real quick. Just kind of fly around a bit, see if it holds its altitude. So what you can see is when you let off the stick, sometimes it'll lose a little bit of altitude to try to correct itself, but then it will gain back its altitude right where you left the stick off. So it kind of remembers where it was, so it tries to get back to that point. Going to do a tug test on this thing. Try to return to home real quick. So I have it set up for the quad to come face me and then come home. And when you get it stocked, it just kind of backs into its home position. It's descending at a slower rate than if I manually descended with it. Looks like I can't adjust the return to home descent rate. Just the throttle down descent. So you can see how slow it's going. I'm going to take over for a sec. And now I'm going to throttle it down all the way. And you'll see how much faster it'll drop. So it's going about twice as fast. Dropping about twice as fast. Go back into return to home. Let it finish. So it should climb up to 90 feet. And then it should turn again towards me and land. So I'm not going to let it land because I'm testing the battery flight time. Let's see, you can, while it's landing, you can twist it. I'm going to take over real quick. So you can yaw it and you can move it around while it's landing, which is way cool. Go ahead and do a headless mode test. Switch headless mode on. You get 3 green beeps. And I'm just going to go yaw all the way to one side. And then I'm just going to start tilting my pitch and roll stick whichever direction I want. I'm tempted to bring off that race quad, that Walkera Runner 250 out here to the park some night and try a night, not really FPV, but just a night line of sight. See how that is. And this thing is so easy to fly. Okay, so we're going to gain a bunch of height. And I'm just going to kind of do a slow pan. So what I'm going to do in this this video here is I'm going to be kind of cutting out in and out onto flight video as well as my hat cam, so you can kind of see how it looks up above at night with the Sony camera and how stable it is. The yaw on this thing is incredible. There's no yaw wag whatsoever. It's super still right now. There's pretty much no wind, so there shouldn't be any turbulence. The one problem with the Sony cam is the way it's mounted is you can see the legs in the screen in the field of view, so that's the only negative about this setup here. When I do actually have it in steady shot mode, it kind of crops the picture and you don't get as wide of a field of view, so actually the legs kind of disappear, but the resolution isn't quite as high. So it's kind of a either or scenario, higher resolution with the legs or lower resolution without the legs. Alright, what I might do is just kind of go for an altitude test. Try to get it super high and just see if maybe it'll loose connection. And just a note, I did change some of the parameters in this, in the X380 I have here. This is a review model from GearBest. So I'll have the links in the description if you guys want to take a look at it. Okay, so there's the red. So it looks like that's the range there. I'm way up there. Looks like I'm almost in the clouds. So I'm gonna go, just gonna go into a return to home and come back down. I hope that's the range and not the low battery light. Okay, well, all I can do right now is just kind of wait, and hopefully it comes down. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm just coming down as fast as possible. Okay, I have control. I just don't know why that red light's blinking. Maybe it hit its low voltage, kind of false cutoff. Some quads will do that if the voltage kind of drops. It'll kind of go into a low voltage warning and it won't shut off. So that may be the case with this one. Oh, my neck. So I got the stick fully down, and I've had it down for a while since I've been in control. It seems a little wobbly, but it's coming down at a good 10 feet per second. And to try to mitigate that wobble, sometimes I'll move laterally, just in case. Probably a good idea if it's a little windy to do that. Kind of move around. Alright, cool. So letting off the sticks. And then it'll kind of drop a little bit, but then it will regain altitude where it kind of left off, where you let off the sticks. Which I think is a really cool feature. Doesn't really do that for the lateral movement. Like if I was to go left really hard, I'm letting off right now. It'll kind of slide over, stop and stay there. It won't try to get back to its position. Alright, so I guess that light is just kind of a false low battery blinking light. So that's going to make it a little hard to tell if when it has a low battery. So I'll just kind of keep it in the park so that when it does go into its low battery kind of forced landing mode, it won't be somewhere outside of the park. So the settings out of the box is 13 miles per hour, manual, well not manual, but your control stick speed. I have it bumped up to about 20 miles per hour here. That's a little faster. And then I have the return to home bumped up from 15 meters it'll climb to before landing to 30 meters, just in case. I like having it a little higher just so it, just in case there's buildings or trees or valleys or mountains where I am. I've also tested it with these Phantom 3 props, the stock props, and GemFan composite carbon props, 10-inch, larger 10-inch props, just for battery testing on the stock battery, and they all got exactly the same times, which was 30 minutes naked and 21 to 22 minutes loaded just like this with the stock battery. So it'll be interesting to see what this battery gets. I'm still so surprised at how stable this thing is. That's so stable. Unbelievable. We're at 15.5 minutes. Just gonna fly around a little more. Really liking this quad. I think this is my new favorite. Only thing is haven't figured out the telemetry yet, and I haven't loaded it with FPV yet. Those will be my next couple of mods. So this is kind of stage one with the high capacity, biggest battery it can fit, and kind of finding the right props. And then we'll go to the FPV and then try to get the telemetry working, so we can see the you know, all the readouts on the goggles, FPV goggles. So I'm not even touching the altitude right now. I'm just kind of going left and right, and it's, you know, lightly dropping, climbing, but it slowly gets back to whatever position it was in. Even the Cheerson CX20 wasn't nearly as stable as this one is. I don't know what they did, but the flight controller is pretty much secured straight to the main board. And I'll have some, I'll make another video where I kind of open it up and show all the components. But looks like the flight controller is just kind of soldered to the main board, and then the main board, the whole board is kind of dampened with some rubber where it sits inside of the body. It's pretty amazing how they can make it so stable. Okay, we got a fast blink. That's usually when it takes over and starts landing on its own. It doesn't seem to be doing that. Okay, yeah, I don't really have barely any more upward movement. I've got the stick fully up, and it's just staying there hovering. So I'm going to kind of let it land. Okay, so that's a little disappointing. 19 minutes. Not really sure what happened there, but I would have expected this battery would have been way longer. I haven't run this yet. I just kind of discharged it to storage and then charged it up again. So, okay, well, at least we got our first test on that. Doesn't seem to be any longer than the stock battery. Definitely test again just to make sure I get an accurate test. You know what it also could be? It also could be just the weight compared to the lift with these propellers. I might try the 10-inch gem fans to see if that, with this added weight, gives it some better flight time. But I'm going to put this battery through a couple more paces, and I'll kind of come back with some more information on how this thing did. Anyway guys, thanks for tuning in, and please like, subscribe, and comment, and be sure to check out that full review I did on this one. Links in the description, and also if you like this guy, pick it up. This was a review model again from GearBest, and I'll have that link in the description as well. Alright, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.